Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever just been really bored at the office and you just want to mess around just because you don't got anything better to do? You don't want to be productive? Well, here I'm going to show you something that I often do in my office. I like to make origami paper cranes, and that's just because all you need is a sheet of paper. Honestly, that's it. But if you want, you can also get something to cut the paper with. You can rip it, it works fine, it's just not as pretty. What we're going to do first is you're going to take your sheet of paper, you're going to fold it across, and you want it flush. So we have a triangle, flush along this edge right here, and then after that we're going to fold the scrap part of our triangle upwards, okay? Fold it upwards. You want your creases tight. That way when you go to cut it or rip it, it goes smoothly. I use this little letter opener mainly because it just, it just works. So, toss the scrap out. We don't need it. We're going to have our crease right here. Fold it upwards. Going to flip it. That way we can just make the crease more malleable. We are also going to unfold it and do the exact same thing. Again, you want it along those edges. That way, it just makes the final product that much more crisp. And again, we're going to flip it. Do the same thing. Now that we have our pre-creases made, we're going to bring this corner to this corner. And if you look here, we're only going to follow the fold halfway up to where that intersection from our previous folds meet. From there, we're going to take this part and lay it over. Once it's laid over, you should have this cone shape. And then do the same thing on this side right here. We're going to bring it in, follow the crease all halfway up to that intersection again. And now you should have almost like a shark fin shape. And here people tend to struggle a bit because you need to collapse this shark fin. So you're going to push it downwards and then crease it. Again, you want the creases to only meet at the top part of this intersection right here that we made earlier. So crease it. And then we have our base. Several different origami have this for a base. The paper crane is included, but that's what we're working on. After that, we're going to fold this upwards to make a kite shape. We have our kite shape, and we're going to fold this downwards to form this bridge right here. This is very important when we're forming our wings. So we're going to flip it and do the exact same thing. Have our kite shape, fold it, crease the bridge. Now we're going to unfold our kite shape, and this is the next hard part that people tend to struggle with. You want to raise the bottom of this part, making sure that the bridge doesn't collapse. Upwards, but keeping these down here. Now those creases from the kite we just made should collapse the paper inwards like that. So let me do it in front of myself so it doesn't look wild. Okay, so I have one side down. We're going to collapse this next side in, okay? And remember whenever I said that our folds need to be crisp? Well, that's because you'll have this right here. It's a little bit of an overlap. It's fine, it just doesn't look as crisp. Still good though. So now that we have our first wing, we're going to flip it, unfold our folds, and do the exact same thing. So we're gonna flip it, make sure our bridge is intact, right here, and collapse the folds that we just made. Collapse the folds that we just made. Like that. So now we have both our wings. Now we are going to put it as a side profile. We're going to open the wings, and that right there is going to be our neck. So we're going to push upwards, push it upwards, and close it. Now you see it lines up with the wings, so you're going to need to kind of pull it back downwards and then pinch it. This is going to be the chest of the bird. We're going to go to the other side, open the profile, flip it, and then pull it out a little bit in order to not line up with the wings. From here, we're going to do the same fold except downwards, and this will be the beak of our crane. Like that. From here, you're going to fold the wing downward at a canted angle. You see how it's higher up here on the beak and lower on the tail? We're going to do that on both sides, and then lift it up to give it a little bit of life. From here, you pinch the chest and then pull the tail, and it should flap. Now you can impress your coworkers. Have a good day.